Trade season is here. We are only 6 days away from December 15th. On that date, other teams around the league, including the Knicks, have the ability to start making trades. The only question is, will the Knicks make a move? Will the Knicks actually make a trade at the trade deadline? Well, that depends on which outlet you're listening to, because according to Sports Illustrated, they just dropped an insane trade rumor. According to them, the Knicks are currently targeting Steven Adams, the Houston Rockets center. We're going to break down that report and cover a lot of other things for you guys today. But before we get started, about 56% of you watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel. We have a goal to try to reach 25,000 subscribers, and we could really use your support. If you enjoy daily Knicks content like this, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because it could really support all the great content that we're creating for you. And now, let's get started. Insane trade rumor. The Knicks are apparently targeting Houston Rockets center Steven Adams. It's the season. It's that time of the year. When it's around December and January, you know the trade rumor mill is going to start cranking out these reports. And now we have the latest report from Sports Illustrated basically linking the Knicks to Houston Rockets center Steven Adams. Now, there's one main reason for that. The NBA is not blind. They see the issues that the Knicks are going through right now. They understand that defensively, the Knicks have a major problem. Offensively, we're one of the best teams in the league. But if we can clean up the interior defense and just get that defensive rating up a little bit, maybe up to league average, we can be a very dangerous team. Yes, we have Precious Achiuwa back. Yes, we're getting Mitchell Robinson back. So as we get healthier, we should become more defensive-minded. However, Mitchell Robinson and his status is still a question mark because the estimate is for January. It doesn't mean that's exactly when he's going to return. Maybe he returns at the end of January, maybe in February, maybe at a different time. If that's the case, maybe the Knicks want to look to see if they can add another player to this team. And that's exactly why I think Sports Illustrated had this rumor come out, because they understand with the Knicks right now, they need low-cost additions off the bench that can have an impact in the game defensively, can play a couple of minutes, that can get you offensive rebounds. Steven Adams, when healthy, can do that for you. But here's the thing. When healthy, we're talking about Mitchell Robinson and him when healthy. Steven Adams has a lot of the same problems. He's a very strong player, a tough player. And yes, he can play basketball right now. He's on the court right now. But that doesn't mean another injury is not waiting for him around the next corner. We have to be mindful of this. When we go after players, it has to be the right player, the right fit, and at the right cost. Sometimes we can fall in love with cost and not think about the impact to the team. And that's where I think Leon Rose and this Knicks front office always has the boxes checked, because they're never going to make a move to hurt the Knicks. It's always going to be a move to help us in the future. Let's break down this trade rumor from Sports Illustrated and see what they have to say about the Knicks and potentially what players they're targeting. According to Sports Illustrated, as NBA teams start to put players on the trade market, the New York Knicks could be a potential buyer as the team looks to contend. The Knicks won't be buying another big-name player, but they are in desperate need of depth in the absence of backup center Mitchell Robinson. Although forward Precious Achiuwa returned from a hamstring injury on Thursday, Robinson remains out until at least January. While it's promising to see that Robinson is starting to do on-court activities, it doesn't mean that he's close to returning. This could result in the New York Knicks targeting a more durable and reliable backup five. The Houston Rockets are a team that could give the Knicks exactly what they want. Veteran center Steven Adams was sent to Houston in a trade last season after undergoing right knee surgery. That, along with a lingering calf strain, has kept him in limited minutes to start the season. The 31-year-old center is averaging just 2.5 points, 3.2 rebounds, and 1.2 assists in 11.3 minutes per game. However, if we remember, in 2023, Steven Adams was averaging 8.6 points, 11.5 rebounds, and 2.3 assists to go along with 1.1 blocks in 27 minutes per game with the Memphis Grizzlies. So clearly, if he's given the time, he's capable. Sports Illustrated continues here by stating, the injuries may have hindered Adams, but he hasn't gotten enough minutes to prove it. Historically, he's been more durable than Robinson and a more versatile option on offense. Plus, his 10 years of playoff experience could help New York in big game situations. He's expected to be healthier and in better position for more minutes soon. I can understand why some Knicks fans may want the Knicks to go out and target Steven Adams and get him on this team. He is very, very strong. He can offensive rebound with the best players. That includes Mitchell Robinson. In certain playoff games, he has had very big moments. He is a walking double-double. He can score, he can get rebounds, and he can play defense. Here's the problem. He's 31 years old. He's only getting older in this league. He is still recovering from one injury. And like I said earlier, you never know when the next injury for this man is around the corner. And if the Knicks trade for him and another injury happens, then why did we get him in the first place? We do not need more injury-prone players on this team. I understand. When healthy, he's normally durable. Normally, when he was in his 20s. Now he's in his 30s, coming off of another serious injury. We do not need to trade for a player like that. Honestly, we already have a player like that. His name is Mitchell Robinson. Why would we double down on this problem? It doesn't make sense. It also doesn't make sense when you look at his contract and what he's going to be owed this year. Let's take a look at that as well. Adams is in the final year of a 2-year, $25.2 million contract, making $12.6 million this season. The Knicks can match his salary to make a trade work. Robinson and or Achua with another salary filler would likely be involved. Adams joins a list of centers within the Knicks trade circles. We're talking about Jonas Valanciunas and Walker Kessler, among others, are linked to New York. The Washington Wizards, the Utah Jazz, the Chicago Bulls, and other rebuilding teams are established sellers as the NBA trade season approaches. And again, that's on December 15th. So he's in his final year of his contract, making $12.6 million. We have no idea how it's going to look when he gets here, if he's going to experience another injury, and of course, the biggest thing of all, chemistry. Knowing all of those factors, why would the Knicks even entertain this trade? I would rather wait for Mitchell Robinson to come back and then work on that chemistry and then see what they can do. Because Robinson's younger, we have him under contract for another season, and even though that may not seem like it matters, it actually does. Because if Robinson comes back and he has a great performance and he increases his trade value, then maybe the Knicks can use that and try to flip him to another team to try to get another important piece on this roster. Again, I'm not thinking that Mitchell Robinson is going to be part of this team's long-term future. It's only because of the injury history. He is just not available when you need him to be available. If the Knicks could trade him for Walker Kessler straight up, or whatever they needed to trade to get that deal done, or another deal for maybe Isaiah Stewart in Detroit, or another player like that, I think they would do that deal. It's not because they don't like Mitchell Robinson. It's because they don't like his availability or lack of it. He's not there when you need him the most. We need him now, and he's still not there. We're talking about him potentially coming back and what those lineups can look like. We can't talk about what they look like now because he's not available now. I'm not suggesting or saying that the Knicks are looking to trade him right now because honestly, we covered it in a video that we released earlier today. His future with this team is likely returning and playing the 5 right alongside Karl Anthony Towns, who would be playing the 4 in that situation. I'm not saying that lineup would start, but that lineup would play a lot of minutes, especially if they're as good as I'm thinking they're going to be on offense and on defense. We're going to have to wait and see what that looks like, but that's the plan ahead. That's the road ahead. The Knicks are not looking to trade Robinson, and if they're not looking to trade Robinson, and they're looking to keep Achua, and they're looking to keep Sims, and Huck Porty, and all of these other players, then it doesn't actually make sense for the Knicks to go out there and try to add another center, an injury-prone center at that, and Steven Adams to this team. While I appreciate Sports Illustrated, and I understand all the things that they're trying to do, thanks, but no thanks. This is an insane trade rumor that I want the Knicks to put behind them and never actually do. We do not need Steven Adams on this team. Let the Knicks be patient and wait because there's likely going to be another player, a better player than Adams, likely available at the deadline. So if the Knicks really want to make a move, if they wait, they might be able to get a better player. But honestly, I don't think they're going to make a move. I think they're going to stand pat. They're going to wait for their returning players to come back, Shamet and Robinson, and then see what that lineup looks like. But let's make one thing clear. The Knicks do not need nor want Steven Adams. But what about you guys? What do you think about this insane trade rumor from Sports Illustrated indicating that they believe the Knicks are targeting Steven Adams from the Houston Rockets? Let me know how you feel about that in the comments section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.